everyone, and welcome to this webinar session on Bigin and Zoho Workplace, better collaboration and faster sales with smart integration. Thanks a lot for joining with us in the session today and for investing your time in it. I'm Hansika from Zoho Workplace, and joining with me is Farah from Bigin team. So we are the presenter for today's session. So let me ask you a quick question. How many tools do you switch between in a single day just to get one task done? Maybe you all might be using a CRM for tracking your deals, email for your conversation, chats for any quick updates, and maybe a drive to find out one file where you know it somewhere it is existing, right? Now imagine if all of this can happen in one separate place. It's not just about time consuming or how confusing it would be. It's where all delays, miscommunication, and missed opportunities can quietly creep in, right? So that's exactly what we're here to solve today. So in this time, I would like to welcome you all again to Bigin and Zoho Workplace webinar on better collaboration and faster sales with smart integration. So in this session, we are going to talk about an introduction to both the products, which is Zoho Workplace and Bigin by Zoho CRM. So we're going to show you how your CRM doesn't have to just work alone, and how it bringing it together with your everyday workplace tools can completely change the way your team collaborates and executes every work. Because the reality in today's work is that your work is not just limited to one team, right? You'll have many people working on it: sales, support, operation team, many. Everyone plays an important role, and staying aligned shouldn't feel like a task itself. All right. So today we'll walk you through where all these disconnects usually happen, how Begin's team pipeline helps bring, like a better visibility across teams, and how integrating with Zoho Workplace lets you manage your email, meeting, files right where you work and where already is happening. And of course, we'll also show you all of this in action with a live demo. So by the end of the session, you will have and you will know how to simplify your collaboration, reduce tool switching, and keep your work moving faster and more smoothly. All right. So now let's get started with an introduction to what Zoho Workplace is. So Zoho Workplace is a cloud-based productivity suite, which is a complete bundle of apps that will help you in communicating, collaborating, and creating all one from unified platform. It includes everything a team would need for their day-to-day work, from emails to chats, to file storage, and even online document editing tools. So on your screen, you can find the types of applications we have. So we have apps for email, collaboration, meetings, apps that will help you in having a good teamwork, and also with security. So we have Zoho Mail, Zoho Calendar, Zoho Click, Zoho Work Drive, Writer, Sheet, Show, Zoho Connect, Zoho Meeting, and Zoho One. So all these apps are tightly integrated, so you can just move from one app to another without any disruption with Zoho Workplace. All right, so now that we know what Zoho Workplace is and what all the applications are available in it, let's see what all you can do in Zoho Workplace dashboard. So you will have access to all your workplace application in the Zoho Workplace dashboard. All right, so you can just drag and drop the actions, icons that are available, and arrange them according to your preference. And also with AI powered ZIA search, which is available for you all, you will be able to, search using just a keyword across all the application. You have smart chat, quick access, everything that you would need for your workday, all from your dashboard itself. Now we are going to, deep dive into all the specific applications that are available. So first comes our Zoho Mail application, which is the core of communication inside the Zoho Workplace bundle. So Zoho Mail is a business email platform that is clean, ad-free, and it is designed for professional use. All right, it is not just like another email service. It is built for a team that would need both communication and collaboration in one single place. So you'll get all the usual features like our folders, filters, labels to organize your inbox. But what really makes Zoho Mail stand out is its collaboration features, like we have streams. So with help of streams, instead of just forwarding long email threads, you can just tag your teammates and discuss an email right inside your inbox itself. Also, when it comes to productivity, Zoho Mail connects seamlessly with rest of the Zoho Workplace application. And also you have a suite of apps, productivity suite of apps like calendar, task, bookmarks, notes, resource booking. All these are available for you. Coming to security, Zoho Mail is built with a strong focus on privacy and data protection. So all your data is encrypted both at rest and when it is being transmitted. And most importantly, Zoho or Zoho Mail does not scan your emails for ads or sell your data. So your inbox is going to be completely private. So Zoho Mail isn't just your inbox, it is going to be a secure, collaborative workspace where you can communicate, coordinate, and get all your work done in the same space. All right, so that's about our Zoho Mail application. Next, under the collaboration part, we have our Zoho Work Drive, which is a cloud content management tool. All right, so this is a file management and a storage platform in the Zoho Workplace bundle. So you can have this as your team shared workspace. You know, you can just store, organize, collaborate on all your files, even your documents, spreadsheets, any presentation that you are creating. All those will be available for you in the same space and all are stored on cloud. So OneDrive also offers features like version control, file preview, granular sharing permission. So with all this, you can ensure that the right person have the right access. All right, so that's about Zoho WorkDrive. And talking about security, all files are encrypted both in transmit and when it is being at rest. So with role-based access control and detailed audit logs, you will be able to keep your data safe and compliant. So it is essentially your organization secure and a collaborative file hub. All right, next under the collaboration part, we have our powerful office editors, which is Zoho Writer, Zoho Sheet, and Zoho Show. So to talk about Zoho Writer, it is the online word processor in the workplace bundle. So it is designed for your collaborative document creation. So it will help you in having multiple people work on the same document where you can leave comments, given any edits, and also you'll be able to track changes in real time. All right, so it is very much useful for drafting any proposals, reports, policies. You have a lot of built-in templates and automation tools also in Zoho Writer. So with that, you'll be able to save in a lot of time. You can even use mail merge documents directly with Zoho CRM or Zoho Mail. So with all this clean interface and also with the AI powered writing assistant Zia, which will help you in having your context in a good way, like where you can check your grammar, tone, readability score, all those can be done in the same space itself. The same way, Zoho Sheet, which is the online spreadsheet tool, which is designed for data management, analysis, and collaboration. So you will have a clean and analysis. You will be able to analyze your data with all the built-in data cleaning tools, which will help you in removing duplicates or error in just few minutes. Also, we have automations where you can use your macros and custom function with which you will be able to speed up few of your repetitive tasks, making it more powerful for data heavy terms when you're working with it. Next is our presentation tool in Zoho Workplace, which is Zoho Show. It is one of the best part of Zoho Show is the real-time collaboration, where you can have multiple team members can also work on a deck together, edit slides, add comments, and all those can be done at the same time itself. So it's like all Zoho Workplace apps can work together, and Zoho Show ensures your content is securely stored and easily accessible at any time. All right, so that's with Zoho Show. Under the collaboration part, we have our Zoho Calendar, which is the scheduling and event management tool in Zoho Workplace. So it helps you in managing your meetings where you can, have all your reminders. And the best part is that it is also available inside the Zoho Mail UI itself. So you can turn any of your emails into a meeting directly from this space. All right. So there is the best part is that everything stays synced automatically across devices. So there is no chance of ever missing a meeting again. So that's where our collaboration tools. Under flexibility, I would like to explain about Click and Zoho Meeting. So Zoho Click is like an internal chat and communication tool with which you can make your team communication quick and effortless one. So you can just tag your teammates, share files, at mention them, give out emojis, reply message in threads, and also you can have quick audio and video calls right from your chat window. So you can just jump into discussion without any app switching. So it's a simple, fast, and integrated way to stay connected with your team whenever and wherever you are. The same way we have our Zoho meetings, so which is our online meeting and webinar platform. So Zoho Meeting lets you host video meetings, training sessions, or webinars. So the same way you'll be able to encrypt it end to end, lock your meetings. You have specific host controls that can be given. So you can ensure your discussion stays private and protected with a Zoho Meeting platform. All right. Next, under the happiness bundle, we have Zoho Connect, so which helps as an team's internal social network and collaboration hub. So you can have access to forums, manuals, where you can do a lot of knowledge sharing, share best practices. You can have this as your internal social network for your organization. So it helps build a sense of community within your organization where you can keep everyone aligned, informed, and engaged. The last application we have in our Zoho Workplace bundle is Zoho Vault, which is the password management app in the bundle. So this application will help you in storing, sharing, managing your password securely within your organization. So you can, instead of saving your password maybe in a spreadsheet or a note, you can keep them all safely encrypted in the vault. And all your password is going to be encrypted with strong encryption, and only the authorized user will be able to have access to that. All right. So Vault also helps you in generating strong and unique password, and it logs every access or every activity that can take place in it. All right. So that was just a gist about all the applications that are available for us in the Zoho Workplace bundle. So with that, introduction to Zoho Workplace has come to an end. Now, Farah from Bigin team will take up the webinar, and she will start with an introduction to what Bigin by Zoho CRM is, and she will take it up with the live demos and explanation of all the features that are available. So Farah, will you take it up from here?
I hope all of you are able to see my screen. So thank you everyone for joining this webinar session. I am Farah from the customer advocacy team of Bigin. So I'll be demonstrating what Bigin is and how this smart integration with Zoho Workplace can help your business scale to new heights. So this will be followed by a demo session and then the Q&A with our product experts. Since we have a mixed audience, some of you who use Bigin and some of you who still have no idea about it, let me take a moment to introduce Bigin by Zoho CRM. So if you are new to CRM tools, you can think of Bigin as a simple way to keep track of your customers and the work that you're doing with them. Most businesses today manage customer information across emails, spreadsheets, calls, and even chats, right? So over time, this becomes difficult to manage. So you might lose track of who you spoke to or what you've discussed with them or what needs to happen next. This is exactly where a CRM comes in. It brings all the information into one place so that you can have clarity on your customer conversations. So Bigin is specifically designed for small and growing teams who need that structure without the complexity that usually comes with a traditional CRM system. If you actually go out in the market and look for a CRM, most of them would be on the higher end. But Bigin is one of the most affordable CRMs today that costs you around $7 per user per month. This also includes WhatsApp integration, inbuilt telephony, native integrations with Zoho ecosystem, and also third-party apps. So all of this is included in Bigin's paid plans. But what makes Bigin interesting is that it's not just limited to sales. Usually, people think that a CRM is used only by salespeople, but that's actually not true. So every department in your organization can actually have their individual pipeline, and all of them can work under one roof via a tool, which is a CRM. So at its core, Bigin works around pipelines. So a pipeline, let me play this video for you. So a pipeline is a visual way to track your work from finish to start. For example, if you're managing sales, you can see all your deals across stages like inquiry, discussion, negotiation, and closure. You can create pipelines for different teams and use cases, whether it's you have an onboarding team, or if you have a marketing team, an accounting team, you can create all of these different stages and customize them according to the individual process that a team follows. Along with tracking your work, Bigin also helps you to manage all your customer communication in one place, whether it's emails or calls or even WhatsApp conversations. All of this can be linked back to a contact or a deal. So instead of searching across different tools, you can see the full context of your interactions right from where the work is happening. So this becomes useful when you're collaborating as a team, because anyone can pick up a conversation and understand the complete history without needing to constantly follow up with your colleague. Say one of my colleague is handling a high value deal, and if the colleague goes on emergency leave for like 2 or 3 days, I can pick up that deal because I'll be able to see the complete history of the conversation that my colleague has had with the customer. So this way, a CRM is very helpful. The next important feature that I would like to talk about is automation. In any business, there are repetitive tasks like sending a follow-up email, or updating a record, or reminding someone to take an action. So Begin allows you to automate these steps so that you can focus more on the actual work rather than manually tracking them. For example, you can trigger an email notification to send out a welcome email every time a new contact is added to your account. Here, if you see, this is where you can create an email template, and the action could be as welcome email. Next comes the stage automation. So if a particular deal is moved from one stage to the other, let's say your sales team completes a deal and it has to pass on to the accounting team, you can set up a stage automation to do this, instead of you as a salesperson having to manually contact the accounting team and tell them, this deal has been won today, so send out an invoice to them. Instead of doing that, automation can help you with this. Next comes the dashboards. So Begin gives you visibility into how things are progressing with built-in dashboards. You can set components and see how many deals are active, how much revenue has been achieved by your sales team, how many calls have been handled by your employees. It can be support team or the marketing team as well. You can also see how many events have been undertaken by each employee in the organization. All of these details can be viewed from creating components in dashboards. So overall, Bigin is designed to keep things simple. Before we get into the solutions, I just want to talk about how most of us are working today. And I'm sure a lot of us will feel, familiar to this. We're using emails to talk to customers. Then we use a CRM to track relationships. Then comes Drive, with where all our files are stored. Or let's say your customers send you some reference images or any agreements. All of this is stored either on your computer or on cloud storage. So you also use meeting tools like, say, Zoom or Zoho meetings. There are different meeting tools that you use to connect with your customers. And lastly, you also use like documentation tools to um, track down your notes or draft agreements, all of that. So basically, none of these tools are really connected in the way that you work. You're basically jumping between different tabs trying to figure out what's actually going on. So this is where teams start working in silos without realizing it. So sales is doing their thing, operations is doing their own process. Then comes the support team. So there is no proper clarity on what is happening across the board. Isn't that right? So because of all of these issues that I've mentioned, the accountability gets a bit tricky. If something gets missed, it's hard to know where it's actually broken. So you're constantly checking in and asking for updates from your colleagues, from your manager. So instead of actually clarifying things that should have been visible to everyone, it goes around in circles. So this is honestly, a lot of time is being wasted in managing these tools. So while we're using all the right tools, the way they are set up today makes work feel more complicated than it needs to be. And that's exactly where we're going to simplify um, in this session. So, how do we fix this? The idea is pretty simple. Instead of working across five different tools, you bring everything together in one place. With Bigin and Zoho Workplace, your CRM, your emails, your documents, meetings, and files, all of this can come together in one connected experience. So you're not just jumping between apps anymore. This means you can read a conversation, check a document, join a meeting, or share a file without leaving your workflow. And the biggest advantage that I can tell you is that you can get real time context. Everyone on the team can see the information. So there's less confusion and work also moves faster. Now, there are only two prerequisites for this integration to Workplace. You need an active Bigin account and a active Workplace account, and then you're good to go. So for today's session, I have a use case which is a gifting company. It is called Ace Gifting Company. Let's assume I am the CEO of Ace Gifting Company. It is a company that specializes in customizing and delivering orders to individuals and corporates, and it works online only. So we make use of Bigin along with Workplace Bundle. There are four products in this bundle that we make use of, which is Zoho Mail, Zoho Meeting, Zoho Writer, and Work Drive. Now I'm going to be showcasing my Bigin account. Just give me 1 minute. I hope you're able to see my screen. If yes, can you please give me a thumbs up? Okay, great. So as you can see, this is the homepage of Bigin. These are the pipelines that I explained earlier to you. This is called team pipeline. So you can have a sales pipeline specific for your sales team. You can have an accounting pipeline, a logistics pipeline. So these are the pipelines that we use at Ace Gifting. In case you want, a template, you can simply click on for teams, and you'll be able to see all the pre-built templates that we have in Bigin. If you are looking for industry-based templates, you can have a look at this as well. So basically, this will give you a predefined stage for each pipeline. Now, next comes our contacts module. This is where you save information regarding your prospects or your customers. At Ace Gifting, we also deal with corporate clients. So we save their information under the companies module. So all the companies that we deal with, we store their information here. Next comes the products module. So this is where we save the products that we sell along with their product code. If you want, you can also choose if the product is active or not and hit save. Next comes the activities module. So in Bigin, you'll be able to set up a task which can give you reminders about following up with a customer. Then comes our events module. This is where you can create an event, which is a meeting with your prospects or customers. And lastly comes the calls. So if you have integrated a telephony service with Bigin, you'll be able to make calls and receive calls from your customers, and all the call logs will be mentioned here. And the next module is dashboards. So this is where you can create components using KPI charts or target meter component, and create these sort of dashboards to see how many open deals do you have in a month. You can also filter down based on tasks or events. You can see how many events has your team taken or completed in a month. All of these details can be viewed from dashboards. So pipeline is the most important one. You'll be able to create a deal from here. You'll be able to simply drag and drop a deal from one stage to the other stage, making it very simplified and visually attractive. So all of these that you see in colored are called tags. So I have created tags. Giving them a tag basically means to see where the lead has come from. So this is from WhatsApp. This is a corporate lead. This has come from Instagram. This has come from our inbuilt forms in Bigin. Now, let me first show you how you can integrate the products of Workplace in Bigin. You'll have to click on settings and go to emails first. Here I have integrated my Zoho mail account with Bigin. You'll have to give your email ID along with password, and you can choose if you want to keep your emails private or if you want to keep it public, which means that you'll be able to show all of these emails to your colleagues or the employees that you work with. They'll be able to see all the emails that you share with customers. Next comes the templates. You can create templates instead of manually typing out the emails and sending to customers. Next comes email sharing. You can choose what type of sharing you want to give for your emails, like I mentioned earlier. Then comes email insights. If you enable this, you'll be able to see if an email has been bounced or if it has been delivered to the customer, if they have opened it. All of these can be viewed from the signal section. Next comes organization emails. Let's say you have an email ID for sales and an email ID for support. So you can add those email IDs here, and when you send an email to customer, you can change the from address to the organization emails that you have. And last comes the deliverability. You'll have to authenticate your domain to have a higher open rate for your emails. So first, once I have integrated this, I'll show you how emails appear in my Zoho Mail account. So these are the orders. Firstly, I receive orders from my prospects here. Let me open one order and show you. So this is the order that we receive at Ace Gifting. From here, what we do is we go to this e-widget section, click on the e-widget, and once you click on that, you'll see all of the Zoho's products that have an integration with email here, with Zoho Mail. I'll click on Bigin because I use Bigin. Since this particular customer is a prospect only, I don't have this customer's prospects email added as a contact in my Bigin account. It will show as add as a contact. So from here, from an email inquiry, I add it as a contact, give the owner name, give contact's name, last name is Annette. Sorry, I'll give first name Annette and last name Matthews. I have the email ID here, so I'll give the email ID. I don't have the company name. So once I do this, I'll click on save. Once the contact is saved here, the details get automatically synced to your Bigin account. So from here, what we do is we simply copy this and go to the notes section, specify a title as email inquiry, give the entire email and hit save. Now let me go to Bigin and show you if this particular contact has been added in my Bigin account. So as you can see here, Annette Matthews has been added as a contact. Let me see if there is a file notes attached to this. And as you can see, today at 4:33, a note has been attached with the order details and it has been tagged to the user Farah. So this is how you can, make use of this integration with Zoho Mail. And not just that, you can also make use of calendars module. So if you schedule an event, that's what I'll be showing you next. Let me show that as well. After receiving an inquiry, the next step that we do is we schedule a meeting with our prospects. So to do that, we will first go to settings, go to toppings and enable Zoho meetings integration. Click on setup, activate this integration. This will work only if you have an active Zoho Workplace account. So once you've enabled Zoho meetings integration, you need to go to activities. So at Ace Gifting, we are already making use of this integration. Now let me create an event from here. So I'll create an event, give the name as video call to show Ace Gifting's products. I'll give a time here. I'll choose the time as 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Once this is done, once the date is confirmed, if you want a reminder, you can set a reminder 15 minutes before the meeting or 10 minutes before the meeting. If you don't want, you can just untick this. You'll click on online meeting. Here, once you have integrated Zoho meetings, this will pop up. Now you'll have to choose the participant. So I'll choose the participant as Annette. It will give you a pop-up because this particular contact has already been added in Bigin. And from here, I'll give an email ID to show you how it will appear in my mail. Invite by email and I'll hit save. Once a meeting is created, it should automatically trigger an email notification to all the participants. This will be the notification of the meeting. If you don't receive a notification here, you can also go to your calendar and you'll be able to see all the meetings because there is a calendar sync between Bigin and Zoho meetings. in case you have a different calendar, you're using Microsoft or Google Calendar, you can sync your calendars as well in Bigin. So not just that, you can filter down based on tasks, events, or calls. And if you want, you can only see your activities or the activities of your teammates as well. If you want, you can see the closed activities here which have been in the past, or upcoming activities. Like you can just scroll down to uh, the next month. You'll be able to see all the calls, all the events that you have in a particular month. Okay, so now that we have covered meetings, next comes our work drive integration. So you'll need to go to toppings, and the topping here that we've mentioned is file cabinet. So the backend for file cabinet is Zoho Work Drive. So if you have not yet uh, made use of this integration, I'll just simply install and show you how this works. So you'll have an option to install here. Click on install. Topping cleanup is in progress. Okay, let's just give it some time, because I just uninstalled it. It might take a couple of minutes. Let's try again and see. If not, we will. Okay, we'll move to our next feature that we'll be covering here, which is Zoho Writer. So the next feature is mail merge. So you'll need to go to Zoho Writer for this and create a template. So this is the template. At Ace Gifting, we deal with suppliers as well. So what we do, once we choose a supplier, we send them an agreement. So instead of manually copy pasting an agreement, typing in all the details, typing in the details of the supplier, what we've done is we've made use of mail merge feature in Writer. So once the template is ready, you need to click on automate, click on merge template, and hit on convert. Yes. So from here, what you will do is you will click on the data source that you want mail merge to work. So here you will see Zoho Bigin as an option. Click on Bigin, and this is my company's name. So you'll need to choose if you want your contacts modules data to be captured here in Writer, or if you want company's module. So my supplier details is available in the company's module. So I'll click company's module and import. Yeah. So here, if I click on company name, so right beside hi, I want the company name to pop up. I'll give company name here. And next, I will go to this place. You can either manually trigger the mail merge to happen, or you can automate based on schedule. Next, you can these are the options that are available. You can merge as a new document, you can merge and store, or if you want to merge and send via email, you can do that as well. You'll have to do domain authentication to be able to send emails from mail merge. If you don't have that, you can simply merge it as a new document. That's what I'll be showcasing you today. So basically, mail merge will help you to create personalized emails using the data that you already have in your Bigin account. Instead of writing each message or document manually, we use one template with placeholders for details like the company name. And then we run the mail merge, where Bigin data gets pulled from from the import that we've done here, and then it fills in the information like such as the company name here, and then you'll be able to set it up. Now I will run a test merge here. So let me fill in a data here. Let's just give hide international. So it's creating the merge document, and this is how it would appear. Hide international. So you don't have to create multiple templates. You can just use one template. You can put the company name, give the name of the company, and you can work on this. So this is how Writer and Begin works together via mail merge. Now let's check our file cabinet again. Okay, so once you click on install, you'll have to read the terms and services and you'll have to agree to it. And now I'll install this topping. Now I'll tell you what file cabinet actually does. So file cabinet helps you to generate a unique link for each customer to collect documents from them. They can upload the file directly through that link, and everything that they attach in this link will get added to their customer record. So most of the times what happens is customers share files with you, or you share files with your customers, and it just gets lost when you can't remember the correct file name. So let me show you in real time what happens. You'll need to go to contacts, click on one particular contact, and once you've installed file cabinet, you will be able to see file cabinet action. Click on that. You can either copy the link that you want to share with your customer and send it via WhatsApp, or send it to a social media channel, or you can send as an email here. So if you click on send as an email, this would be a pre-existing template. So the subject would be, here's the secure link to transfer file. So using this link, once you send it to your customer, the customer can use this link to attach the files, and those files would appear here. So external files are the files that you receive from your customers, and internal files are the attachments that you make to the customer's record. So for each customer, a unique link would get generated. So yeah, these are the four features or products that we wanted to showcase to you for this demo session. I hope you make use of these features in your Begin account and your Zoho Workplace account, and help bring the teams together. You can reduce back and forth of work. You can give better visibility into what's happening across your workflow. So this brings us to the end of the demo session. I'll hand over to Hansika, and we'll go on with the Q&A session.
So yes, with that, we have come to end of today's session. Let's quickly take a step back and recap on what we have explored. So we started off by understanding how tools like Zoho Workplace and Bigin will fit into your day-to-day work. We saw an introduction to all the applications that are available, few of the main features that you can use in Bigin. All right. Then we looked at the very challenging part where most of the teams would face, which is working across disconnected tools and workflows that you will have in your workday, right? So from there, we saw how bringing Begin and Zoho Workplace together will help you in bridging that gap, and how making collaboration more, like in a more seamless way, and you can keep everything connected in one place. Also, we have walked through some of the practical use cases across teams. And finally, we saw how everything can come in your workday, like features like pipeline, conversion, meetings, files, all those can work together without any friction. So at end of the day, it is not just about using more tools. It's about how you're going to keep them together in a way that will actually simplify how your teams work. So, when your communication and execution are in sync, your team will move faster, stay aligned, and get more work done without the usual back and forth conversations that will go. So thank you all for joining with us and for taking time in being with us until the end of the webinar session. We hope the session gave you some and more practical insights on how you can have your workday more easy. So you can take back all of these applications and apply it in your workflow. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to have us with the session. And if you want to contact us after the webinar session, this is how you can contact us. So for Zoho Workplace related queries, you can get back to us through support@zohoworkplace.com. And for Bigin related queries, it's support@bigin.com. So thanks a lot for joining with us in this webinar session.